Hey, I'm Gavin, and it's the Rob.
Hey now!
And it is time for the second episode of something we said we were going to do more of, but, we just didn't. Talking about the Walking Dead comic book! Yay!
Well, at least every month we've been reviewing this, because the last one we did and the first one we did was the Whisperer War Part 1.
It's true, and by every month, we've done it 1 month.
Well, yes.
So, yeah.
But we haven't missed any issues.
We have not. We have not missed an issue that's come out since last month. We're killing it.
So, this was part 2 of the Whisperer War. I'm pissed because I could not find the variant cover that you have. And I didn't know if there was going to be one or what.
Hello, too.
Yeah, I'm upset about it. So, but congratulations to you for seizing that. You will, I think, like the issue a bit more than I did.
I love this issue. It's so good. It's issue 158, if you have no idea what we're talking about. Issue 158, part 2 of, like you said, the Whisper War, and I thought this issue was just packed with content.
You see, okay, there was stuff happening for sure. However, I didn't feel like a lot of story happened. Like, there was a lot of action, but, like, not a lot of story for me. It was like every war movie has, like, a long, drawn-out war scene. That was what this issue was to me. Personally.
See, what I liked about this issue is, before we got to the Whisper War, it really started picking up around, like, issue 156 with Negan killing Alpha.
Oh, yeah, that was huge.
But before that, around issue, 147 to 150, even, to 152, in that span, it was a lot more story and very, very dense, very, very slow. But now, I enjoy the action. I loved that. I felt like that there was a story that was happening.
It started off very cool. I thought the death of Gabriel was very memorable. Him just hanging there with his broken leg. And then Beta comes and just guts him.
See, I have a hard time figuring out who's who a lot of the time. So I didn't even realize that was Gabriel until I remembered that he was actually hanging out there last issue.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a hard time with that one, although I do have that problem a lot of recognizing faces and names and what their spot in the arc is, especially because, I started reading the first 3 compendiums, just lickety-split, went right through them, then waiting a month between them feels like a real chore. I love it, but one thing I do love, I love letter hacks.
Yes, letter hacks is so good. That's when Robert Kirkman and some of the other contributors actually respond to fan letters.
Yeah, it sometimes kind of tells you where they're going, and they talk about stuff, and that is an advantage to reading month to month as opposed to the compendiums, personally.
Even though Kirkman does troll people most of the time by just saying things like, I'll never let Negan out, and Rick will never free Negan, which technically Rick did not free Negan, so he wasn't actually lying.
That's true. That is true.
Overall, though, the issue is packed with a lot of stuff. There's a lot of 16-panel pages, where that's a lot for a comic book, especially for Walking Dead, where this took me a good probably 10 to 12 minutes to read, when normally you can speed through in 5 to 6 minutes. So I felt like they are giving you more content, but keeping the price the same. Then
tell me what happened, because I would say Gabriel died, they fought for 20 pages, and then Negan's got Beta at gunpoint.
Well, there was some character progression with Dwight and Negan, revisiting some of their old stuff. And,
a little bit, but not much happened.
And Dwight not wanting to trust Negan, and then Negan showing that he is committed to being a new good guy.
Right, I hit that in my overall coverage.
Yeah. So I think that, and you've got Jesus and Aaron maybe getting together, kind of a little bit of fan service, kind of planting that seed. You've got Rick and the Kingdom. We still saw the Kingdom thrown once again, and
again, very small things. I guess there wasn't much there for me outside of the battle and the bookends. Like I said, stuff happened at the beginning with Gabriel, stuff happened at the end with Negan and Dwight, and then the middle just felt like a fight scene to me.
Then again, fight scenes are what comic fans love sometimes. So I feel like maybe it didn't do it for you because we're still only in part 2. So maybe if you were reading it in the trade, it would flow a lot better.
When I just look at the 2 issues before this, they were just so packed with stuff happening. And, if someone was going to be like, Rob, what happened in this issue? When Negan stabbed and decapitated Alpha, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to tell you about this. And then last issue, when the war starts and everything, and he brings the head to Rick, I felt like stuff happened.
I think so. I wouldn't say stuff didn't happen this issue. I think that the communities are realizing that they are really outnumbered by the Whisperers, and that they are a deadlier threat than maybe originally thought.
Yeah, well, you can see on their faces when they were getting stabbed by what they thought were zombies, that they were surprised by what was going on there. Yeah, but that I don't know the fight scenes in movies and the war scenes in movies have never been my favorites, and maybe that's kind of where the disconnect's happening here. I mean, it's not a bad issue.
It's okay that you're not American. That's okay.
Maybe I'm just upset because I got this stupid normal cover.
I think so. Actually, all the good stuff's in the good cover and not in the regular crap cover you bought.
That's probably what it was. But Alyssa, maybe you agree with me. Because I'm a less the comic book fan than Gavin is for the most part. But maybe you thought it was a little light on story, a little heavy on action, or are you on Team Gavin? This is Civil War, baby.
I know, Civil War.
It's part 4 or whatever we're on now.
There's only been 2 Civil Wars, Rob.
See, I'm not the comic
The second one's not even done yet. You suck. Team Gavin. Captain America.